Hey YouTube, welcome to Milestone 3 video for an Exilium project. Today I'm just going to show off some of the new features. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the character creator, NPCs, and challenges, and challenge worlds and the different world types. We'll go ahead and dive right in. I finally got the in Exilium kind of logo thing back up on the main screen here. How the game is going to be separated how the game is going to be separated is by uh, kind of like the game here where you play the game, and here's where the character creator is as well. And then when you play a character through this path, you will load into the actual Inexilium game. And then the custom worlds here loads all the worlds that you can create, so on and so forth. So if we go to play Exilium here, you'll see I have a character already made. You just click new game and we'll create like a tile for a character. So let's go ahead and create a new guy. Here's the character creator. Let's just call him test char2. You can't set gender yet right now, but here's where you'll be able to set all your player's attributes. So you can set skin color, we can set hair color, we can set shirt color, shorts color, whatever. And then over here is where you'll have 10 available stat points that you start with that you can kind of allocate wherever you want for your starting character. I put a little description here of each of the stats so that if you kind of have an idea of how you want your character to be, you can just look here and kind of see what attributes you like the most. Just gonna give them 5 and 5 warrior type character, and that's it. Quick view here of what your character looks like. Let's create them. Now if we go back to Exilium, we see here we have our test character 2. He's level 1 and we've spent 0 time in the game. If you click on one of these tiles here, it loads up kind of like a window for this game or this character, so to speak. Like the actual game of Exilium and the character are kind of one in one. When you create a character, it automatically comes with a game instance, a game world instance with it. So from here is where you would actually enter the game. You'd launch the actual Exilium game. You can delete the character, or we can just cancel out. Similar just kind of window. I wanted to keep kind of the same GUI layout for the characters as I did for the worlds. So that's a character. If we go ahead and load into the game world, right now this is the game world. Just nothing going on here. Just a little test world I have so far. And we'll see. You can see our stats here. 15 are set. Okay, that's about it for the character creator. Nothing too special there. For NPCs, I'll just go ahead and create some in here and show off what they do. So there are two functional types of NPCs. Let's see, NPC. I think it's mercenary NPC. Okay, so we have a mercenary NPC. Oh, loads his armor right there. I'll fix that. Mercenary NPC, and there is a villager NPC. Villager NPC. Okay, so these are the only two right now. It randomizes kind of a character and his skin and the clothes and stuff. And for mercenaries, it puts armor on them and gives them a weapon. So the villager NPCs are just going to act as kind of plot mover kind of characters. So if you double click on a guy, a villager, he just pops up with a text string, and here it just says filler string, and how are you doing, whatever. Like it's just pops up a couple random things, but I'm going to use these to kind of narrate the story, these guys to kind of narrate the story of the game, in certain instances, and they might like talk to them and they'll tell you like certain crafting combinations or just tips throughout the game, something like that. So this is just your very generic NPC that he kind of walks around, and he serves no real purpose except to just display information. Now the mercenaries are guys that will fight with you if you want. So until you double click on him, he's just going to kind of walk around, roam around. But as soon as you double click on him, he says, "I'm at your service." Then he'll follow me around. And if I create an enemy here, he'll start attacking it too, and so he'll fight with you. And then if you are ready to dismiss him, you just double click on him again, and he says farewell, and then he casts a recall, and boom, he's gone. Recall is going to be a spell that's implemented that I haven't implemented yet, but he's just out there now. He's gone. We'd have to create another one to go get him. He'll follow you between maps and everything too. So NPCs can exist in the world in their single state like this, just as a standalone guy, or you can create houses for them, basically. So mercenary hut, I think is what I called it. So there's a mercenary hut, and then there's a villager hut. Now, how you are going to be able to get NPCs kind of like for your own benefit that aren't a part of a certain village or town or something like that is you will have to craft a mercenary hut or a villager hut, and then you double click it to instantiate the hut, and then after a while you got one. Now this one basically spawns mercenaries, and so whenever I'm here and I need one, I can just pick one up. You can only have one mercenary following you at a time. So yeah, that's basically how the NPC system is going to work. I'm thinking of making a third type of NPC that's a trader kind of guy or a merchant, in that you would talk to him and he would exchange one item for another. So you could actually go search the world for, let's say he has available for trade an item that you want. You'd have to go out into the world and find what he's looking for, and then you could trade him for it. And that's basically it. Another thing that we can do here is we'll notice that the world will actually save. So I got everything. Leather armor. So put on some leather armor, give him an axe, and then if I log out here, exit to menu, and then if I go to Exilium, test character 2, I've been in there for 4 minutes, enter the game, there we go, there's my mercenary hut that I had, and here I'm wearing the armor. The inventory, craft menu, everything saves now too, so I've got a pretty robust saving function that saves the state of the world. And that's basically it for NPCs. Pretty simple. I want to try to keep the NPC component to as simple as possible, and I think that we'll be able to create kind of a unique experience with NPCs, even though that's it's such a simple system. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to show off is now I created challenges. And to be able to explain what a challenge is, I kind of have to explain the different types of worlds. So there's basically 2 types of worlds. There's an explore world, and then there's a challenge world. Now, an explore world is just like the actual game world. I mean, you can create your own, but you basically go and explore. It saves the world time when you leave. It saves your character's items. Like, let's say you pick up an item in the explore in a created world here, then that character will have that item. It saves your stats and all that stuff. It saves your place in the map, so when you load into a gate, you're at the same place that when you left. So just a free roaming explore world that's the exact same type of world as the game world that you'll be in, except the game world is specific to a certain character, whereas these can be custom-made explore worlds. So, for example, just a quick example here. We'll click on the world that we want to enter into. We can select which character we want, so we'll go ahead and just select our guy. We'll notice we still have our leather armor and our axe. And let's say I run over here, and then exit back to the menu, and then if I go into the custom world and then load test world again with test character 2, boom, I'm over here. So it saves your state, I could add structures, whatever, and it would alter and save this world. Alright, so that's the explore world. Now a challenge world is a world that will load at the exact same time every single time, and you have a certain amount of challenges or a certain amount of events that you have to complete the challenge. And then if you complete the challenge, it says you completed the challenge and you can exit out of the world. So I'll go ahead and edit this world just to show off what's going on here. So first I have a sand map, and then I have a grass map. Nothing complex going on here. This is just an example challenge world. They just have portals to each other, and then a start zone right here. But each of them have an event. So this map here, the sand map, has a kill boss event. So it's going to spawn a bunch of wolves, and then it's going to have a jungle titan boss. And I just created this new monster type jungle titan just for the purposes of this creating this event. Um, and we see that the event type's kill boss. It starts on Sunday. It starts at 7, and it will last an hour. And then no triggers or anything like that. So that's fine. Now if we go to the other map here, we'll see that there's a clear map event. So this is a new type of event that you have to clear all the monsters, kill everything that's in the map within the time that it's within the duration. And if you do that, you successfully complete the event. So we'll see here that this starts at 7 also, and this will last 2 hours instead of just 1. And that's all fine and good. Now I've entered a new kind of panel in the world editor here, and it's this one up here, and this is the challenge panel. So in here you basically boot like a little check mark here, whether it's a challenge world or not. If it is a challenge world, you have to give the challenge a name. I might remove this because the name is probably just going to correspond with the name of the world, and it tells you it's a challenge world, so I don't know if we really need a challenge name. And then you pick the time that the world starts at. So the world is going to start Sunday at 7. So as soon as we load into this world, it'll kick off both of these events. And then down here, you have to select all the events that you need to complete for you to complete the challenge. So here it's going to list all the events in the whole world, and you can either, so if we want to remove the kill boss event, we can remove it. Then I only have to complete this clear map event to complete the challenge. But we'll add them both in there. All right, and then when we were done, we save the world. World saved. Great. So go ahead and load into the challenge world here. We'll go ahead and pick our guy that we just created, enter world. So there we go. We started, it loads into the sand map, and then here's a jungle titan roaming around that we have to kill. So we'll have to kill him and then go to the other map and clear everything out in the other map. But oh, the jungle titan's really strong and it killed me. So if you die in a challenge world, you fail the challenge. So it just tells you challenge failed, took you 12 seconds to fail it, we can exit back. Now if I load in here, we'll see that another thing too, this window displays some basic information about the challenge. So it'll tell you the events that you need to clear or you need to successfully complete to be able to complete the challenge. It tells you the best time. This is a little bug right here. -1 is the time. That means it hasn't been run yet, so I'll just have to fix that. But when you complete it, the fastest time that you completed it in will show up here. It tells you how many total attempts, and success is 0. So I've tried it 3 times and I've failed all 3 times because the test character 2 is not strong enough. So let's load this other guy so we can pick our other test character who's level 49. Go ahead and enter the world. Alright, let's go over. We'll kill this jungle titan here. And kind of a cool thing about the events, you'll see once I kill this, all the event objects die too. So I kill him and all the wolves die, so that just signifies that we completed that event. Now we'll have to go into the other map here, and here we go. It's a clear map event. So I just put a bunch of dummies, and it's got a quote-unquote wolf boss for this event. So as soon as we kill everything in here, we should complete the challenge. And note that, remember, this event, the clear map event, started at 7 on Sunday, and the duration was 2 hours. So if it gets to 9 over here in the time, and I haven't completed this event, I haven't killed all the dummies or cleared the map, then I will fail the challenge because that event failed. But I should be able to kill all these guys before we reach 9, and we'll see what happens. There we go. And challenge completed. There we go. So we completed the challenge. It took 1 minute and 12 seconds. So if we go back to exit menu, custom worlds, look at the challenge world. Now we have 1 success, and our best time is 1 minute and 12 seconds. And that's all I have. I've added a couple new features too. One of them being I completely changed how I load like the worlds and the maps, and I really optimized it. So because for big worlds, it was taking a really long time to serialize it and deserialize it back into the game to use. So I now serialize and save based on a per map basis, and those are saved in completely different files than the world kind of info file, and that just makes it so you're only ever basically loading one map at a time instead of loading the whole world. And it reduces the time of loading worlds significantly. And then just some other quick little things like adding this background menu, and I fixed a few bugs with the world editor and so on and so forth. But other than that, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe below. It really helps. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.